Hey guys, and welcome back to FedEx Gaming's Redstone Tutorials. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to build my triple piston secret staircase room thing. I don't know, I really don't have a name for it. Alright, so let's just see what it does. I'll flip this lever, and as you can see, the staircase has come down. I can go into it, but this one's different from other ones. This one's 3 high instead of 2 high, so you don't have that feeling where you're like right here. And I usually just like making things more complicated than they should be. Now, I do have a smaller version on a different tutorial if you want to check that out. But if you like bigger and better, then here you go. Alright guys, so let's just start building this thing. Alright guys, so before we actually do start building this, I just want to remind you guys that this build directions do affect this build. So I'm going to show you the northeast version, and then at the end of the video, I'll show you what you need to do to update it to make it work south to west. But honest to God, if you're going to build this, build it north to east. It's the best way to build this. And it just works the best this way. So for this build, we're going to need a 10 by 7 spacing. And I didn't put it over here, but we're going to have to dig down at least 4. Alright, so once you got that all dug out and ready to go, we're going to come to the bottom left hand side and we're going to count over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's where we're going to put our triple pistons. So let's get our triple pistons in, and then we'll work on our double pistons and then single pistons. So we'll go from the left hand side first. What we're going to do is put a block here with dust in the middle, a block on top of the dust, a torch on top of the block, a block on top of the torch, make a torch sandwich, a torch off to the side, it should go off, a block on top of that off torch, and then a repeater set to 1 tick delay with your block of choice in front of it. Now my block of choice is iron, yours can be stone or whatever goes with your creations and where you're putting this. So now we're going to come to the backhand side. We're going to put a torch here with a repeater here set to 4 ticks delay. In front of the repeater, we're going to put a block with dust on top of it. And then in front of that dust, we're going to put a block with a torch on top of that. Now, going into this sticky piston right here, the middle of it, we're going to put a repeater set to 2 ticks delay. And then here, we're going to put a repeater set to 1 tick delay. This one's facing into this block, this one's facing into the sticky piston. Next, we're going to put a block on top of this torch. And then a torch facing away from the sticky pistons. You'll know you're doing it right because 1 will go off and 2, this dust will look like it's going into the torch. Next, we're going to put a block on top of this torch with a repeater facing towards the sticky pistons set on 1 tick delay. And then we're going to put a block in front of this sticky piston. Now, we're going to come out from this torch right here, 1 block, and we're going to put a repeater set to 4 ticks delay. Then we're going to go down 1 block, put another block with dust on top of it, and a block on top of the dust. So it looks something like this. Next, we're going to come out 2 blocks, put 2 more repeaters. This one set to 4 ticks delay, and this one set to 1 tick delay. Next, we're going to put a torch on this block with the repeater that has 1 tick delay. It should go off. And we're going to put a block on top of that torch. And then we're going to put a block right in front of this repeater with dust on top of it. Next, we're going to come out from the dust 2 more blocks, and then out 2 more blocks right here, like so. And then you can put another block right here. Now on this 4 square, we're going to put 2 repeaters, set them both to 3 ticks delay. And then we're going to hook the dust to them. Now we're going to come back to the front end side of the triple piston, and we're going to put a torch right here. Now if I take let me get a lever out. Take a lever out, put it right here, extends. Beautiful. Now we're going to hook up this side. So it's pretty much going to be the same exact thing, except we won't have this back part here. So 2 blocks, dust in the middle, block on top, torch on top of that block on top of that torch, torch to the side, repeater facing this way set to 1 tick delay, block on top of that torch, your block of choice in front of the repeater, Then we're gonna come to the backhand side. We're gonna put a repeater going into this sticky piston set to 2 ticks delay, and a repeater here set to 1 tick delay. A torch right here, closest to the sticky piston. A repeater facing away from the torch set to 4 ticks delay. Block in front of the repeater, dust on top of the block. The dust should come on. Block in front of the dust. Torch. Block on top of this torch right here. Put a torch facing away from the sticky pistons. It should go off and this dust should look like it's going into it. Block on top of the torch. And a repeater set to 1 tick delay right here. Then we come back to the front end side. Put a torch right here. So now all we have to do now is, well, we could just test it to make sure everything works here, but this one's gonna have to be up too for the whole thing to work. So switch this one down, switch this one down. Then we go like that. And well, it'll work. It just has to be hooked together. So if I go like this, like this, like this. I just want to make sure everything works. I don't want you guys to be like, oh, it's not working. So let's make sure everything works. Extends and retracts. Beautiful. So now we get rid of this. I just wanted to make sure everything was working. And now we're gonna work on the double pistons. All right, guys. So now we're gonna start doing those double pistons. So we're gonna come right here, and we're going to put a piston here, 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 and here. Not like that. Like this. There we go. Now we're gonna come out 2 blocks from here, and 2 blocks from here, and we're gonna put 2 blocks right underneath those double pistons. Next, we're gonna put a repeater facing in towards this block right here, set to 1 tick delay, and a repeater right here into this block set to 1 tick delay. And then we're gonna put a repeater here set to 1 tick delay, and a repeater here set to 1 tick delay. Now this is where it's not too hard, but it's gonna get a little tricky here. So we're gonna put a block right on top of this torch, staring from the front. A block right on this side torch, right in front of it. Well, on top of it, and then put one right in front of it. And then we're gonna come over 1 block, then look right at this torch and put a block, and then a block down right here. Then where this off torch is, where we put that block right above it, we're gonna put a piece of dust right here. A repeater facing into this block set to 3 ticks delay, and a repeater facing into this sticky piston set to 2 ticks delay. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So, block near sticky piston, block right in front of this torch, block on top of this torch, block right in front of the torch, and block to the side. We're going to put dust right here so the torch goes up into this block and activates the dust. A repeater right here set to 3 ticks delay, and a repeater right here set to 2 ticks delay. And that's it. Our double piston should be working. So if I get some dust out right here and get my lever out that I for some reason deleted, I don't know why, get my lever out, and oh wait, we're not done yet. Actually, we're not done yet. So from this torch right up here where this single piston is the highest point of the build, we're going to put a block right next to this torch and a block over, put dust right here, it should come on, and then a repeater here set to 1 tick delay and your block of choice right here. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So block right in front of the torch, block over, block of choice here, repeater here, and dust here. So now if we call it down and extend it now, it should extend. See, there we go. And now for the easiest part of the build, putting in the single piston. So we just take 2 pistons, put it like so, 2 blocks underneath them, a block over from this dust, a block over from this dust, a repeater here set to 1 tick delay, and a repeater here set to 1 tick delay. And that's it. Now all we have to do is pick out a stairing of our choice. I'm going to use stone brick. Put our stone brick stairs right here. And so we don't see this redstone dust, we're just going to fill this whole side in with our block of choice. And block of choice here. And so when I extend it up, it all goes up, and then you can do whatever you want. You can make it 4 wide. That's what I like to do. And then usually I'll go up one more so it looks even nicer. Go up one more right here. And then we just flip this lever down. And it closes. Now, if you want a T flip-flop here, every piece of redstone right here is the input. So all you have to do is put a T flip-flop right here and put a button wherever you want, and you're golden. This is the whole flooring. This, of course, you're gonna have to go up so you can't see the redstone right here. But you don't have to go up too far if you don't want to. It's the flooring right here, and then under here, this is the whole flooring under here, which should be right here. And I guess you get the gist of it. All right. So there we go. I just flip this lever down. And there's our secret entrance. Now, when we build it to the south, I already got one set up right over here. We're going to have to change around a few things. Let me just put it back to normal for where it was. I forgot to put it back to normal before I started this. All right. So here's the same exact design I just built over there. Same exact design. It goes up fine, but now when you build it from, like I said, when you build this from the south or the west side, south or west, it does this. These 2 blocks will not go down. So the only way to get these 2 to go down is you have to set these 2 to 2 ticks, but now once we set those to 2 ticks, this is what happens. This one goes down, but this one will not go down. So we have to come over to here and switch this one to 2 ticks. Now it's gonna look a little off, but this was the way to keep the build completely the same. I didn't want to change everything around for this to work, but it works fine when you do it like that. See, everything comes down. And another thing, this part right here where I have this lever, this is where your input can only go into. The redstone dust right in front of this repeater is the only spot you can put your input switch in. You can't use any part else. So just keep that in mind if you decide to build this south to west. But like I said, north to east, you might as well just build it north to east because that's the best way it works. Alright guys, that's the whole video. So if you like this video, leave it a like and subscribe to stay tuned with my newest videos. And I'm sorry about the directions, but that's just how redstone works in this game. Alright guys, peace.